Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of the Love Lost series. How are you? It's American Thanksgiving and I just want to wish a happy Thanksgiving to all of my fans in America, south of the border. Thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you for your subscription. I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving. But at the same time, I wanted us in this episode to think about those who will be celebrating Thanksgiving without their loved ones, those that have loved and lost in the past year, and maybe celebrating Thanksgiving for the first time without a spouse, without a child, without a mother, without a dad, whatever the case may be. Our sincere condolences go to you. We know that it may be a very tough time for you, as it may be the first time that you're celebrating Thanksgiving without your family. So we're thinking of you, we're praying with you, and we hope that somehow you can manage to be able to still find the things in life that bring you joy, the things in life that you want to be thankful for. As a community, I'm originally from Cameroon. As a community, as we celebrate Thanksgiving, I want us to think about especially the little girl that was massacred, was murdered 4 days after the Canadian Thanksgiving. So around October 14th, on or about October 14th, back in my hometown, in my home country, a little girl was murdered. I don't want to talk about the circumstances surrounding her death, but I want to hold us accountable and I want us to think about, especially about that family, because I think as a people, as a community, we feel them. We can no longer blame our head of state for this because he may have trained his army, his battalion, his military to be ruthless and to treat us like nothing and have no value for our lives. And so that's why it was okay for somebody to shoot and kill an innocent child. But as a community, I think we feel this family. I have been haunted, and I'm not just saying this. I get up in the middle of the night every time I think about this, for a few reasons. This child was killed. She's a victim of assault to a degree that I don't even know how to put it. But we re-victimized her when we buried her in the state that she was buried. I still want to get up and think that, oh, it didn't happen, that the pictures that I saw on social media were actually just something that was photoshopped. I don't want to, I really am feeling haunted that we as a community allowed for an innocent soul that was murdered brutally to be re-victimized by being dumped. Every culture, even the Muslim culture, do give a solemn burial to people when they pass on. And here we are as a people. I'm not sure what went wrong. I'm not sure who to blame, but I know that we as a people, we as a community owe that family some apology. We ought to think about them this Thanksgiving or this end of year as we celebrate, to think about them, that there's a mother that's not going to celebrate with her child, and we didn't even give her the opportunity to go through what was just happened. We ran in there, we took the laws into our hands, and we did what we massacred. We re-massacred the body. To put that child in a black plastic bag and bury in such a shallow grave, no ceremony, no dignity, nothing, is on us. Yes, the man that killed him has to go make with his maker. The people that allowed for the country to be in a situation where somebody can innocently kill the child, they have that to answer. But we as a community feel this family. I'm thinking especially about that mother. I'm thinking about the father. And I'm sorry we failed you, because I know that somebody could have thought about, how do we dignify this? How do we make it easier for this family? I know that we saw the snippets of the governor begging for us to bring back the corpse so that we can bury the child. So I can't even blame him. At least we have that. But I don't know what happened. I'm miles and miles away. This is just me on my channel saying that every time I think of the fact that this family did not even have an opportunity to bury the child in a dignified way, to give all the honor, to give the respect to the body, I am haunted. And I want to assume that it was ignorance, that we did not know. We were taking, our emotions took a hold of us and we did what we did. But we owe that family some apology. We owe that family to say, I am sorry, I did not stand up and speak up. If you knew about this and you're around there, you owe that mother to say, I am sorry, I did not speak up. I know there's so many carpenters who would have, if I'm not a medical professional and I'm not a mortician, but if for whatever reason the corpse was deteriorated to the fact that it couldn't be preserved in a mortuary and we needed to bury the day off, I'm sure somebody would have been happy to volunteer a coffin. I'm sure somebody would have been happy to come and pray over it. I'm sure we could have done things differently, is all I'm saying. For us to have put this child in a plastic bag and dump in a shallow grave, we owe that family some apology. We did not, we re-victimized them. We caused them pain for the way that we handled it. I don't know who did. I cannot. Blame is not going to help anyone. I really want to think that it was ignorance. And like I do with the Love Lost series, I just like to call our attention to the things that we do and we don't really pay attention to. I think that it was not a good idea to have done what we did to the body of that little girl. I want to extend my sincere condolences and apologies to that family. And I'm hoping that we as a people will evolve, that we'll be educated and know that we cannot be re-victimizing the victims. It is hard when these things occur. It is very difficult. And let's not let our emotions take a hold of us to make decisions that will affect us long term. Let us take a minute. Let us speak up. Because if the people that are directly concerned or the people that have the powers are letting their emotions get over them and they're doing things, let somebody speak up. Let somebody say, hey, we cannot do this. And if we're going to do this, let's do it the proper way. This child is innocent. This child is an angel. This child deserves. Even people that die in war zones, even criminals that die in jails, that are injected, that are killed by the states because that's the punishment of the crime they committed, even them get a burial. Even them get to be released to the family to say, go and bury your loss, or the state gives a proper burial. Even, it doesn't matter who you are as humanity, we acknowledge that the dignity of life extends to when you die. And so we try to give everybody a dignified burial. And so I am haunted, and it's going to kill me if I don't say something. This whole month, I've just been haunted every time I think about the images. I was hoping that it was a lie and that there was going to be a video that's going to pop up and say, oh no, that was, Photoshop for media. This child is actually getting a burial. And I haven't seen that. And every day I get a rude awakening that we did this. That we victimized this child, this innocent soul. That somebody, because of a corrupt system, because of a system created by a head of state, did this. And then we as a people couldn't even come together as a community to help alleviate the pain, to help give some dignity to an innocent child. Are we really there yet? Are we to the point where, we know that our lives mean nothing, and we know that as a community, death now is so common, like everybody just, oh, that person's dead and we move on. We know that. But at least let's continue to give dignity to the people that have died. Let's continue to support one another. Let's continue to try to right the wrong at our own level and stop blaming. Like I said, I cannot blame the head of state. I cannot blame a failed system that allowed for this to happen. But it was us, the community. What is our responsibility? What is my responsibility? That when a massacre happens, when something that's outrageous happens, like it happened, what do we do? Do two wrongs make a right, or do we try to right the wrong that they've wronged us? So I just want us to think about it. It's Thanksgiving, as we're giving thanks and also celebrating with families. Let's think about the families that are celebrating Thanksgiving for the first time. If you're back home, it's end of year, there's a lot of weddings and things that are coming up, and there's people that have loved ones. And even if you're celebrating a wedding, you may be missing a parent. Some people were married this same time and now the spouse is no longer alive. So there's a lot of hurt going on as we celebrate, as we get into the festive period. I just wanted us to think about them, but especially I wanted us to think about the parents of the parents of all the children that have been caught in the crossfire for no reason. They didn't do anything wrong. And for us that are left behind, for us that continue to be traumatized and re-traumatized about what's going on in Cameroon, I want us to think and not let our emotions take a hold of us. Let's try to right us. If they've wronged us, let's try to right us. They may have wronged us, but how do we fix it? How do we heal? How do we come together and heal and not make rash decisions that are just re-traumatize people? How do we make decisions as a community? Where are the leaders? I need people to start speaking up. I need the leaders to start speaking up. I need the quarterheads to start speaking up. I need the mothers to start speaking up and saying, no, they wronged us. But from here on, we're going to try to stick together, heal together, and console one another. We're not going to continue to have pain because what we did to that little girl was wrong. It was wrong. It was a mistake. We can't do anything about that now, but we can learn. We can get educated and we can move on. We can move forward, knowing that God forbid it ever happens again, that we don't let our emotions make us to re-victimize the victim. Thank you so much for watching. For all of you who follow me, for all of my amazing subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you for showing up every day. Thank you for sharing, for liking, for all the comments. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And until the next episode, bye-bye.